great. Now it's going to the cloud and we're all recording. Perfect. And
this is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I didn't think that I would see the light, but now I'm looking at a starry night. It's shining bright. I used to think I was the only one. I thought the earth went around the sun, but now I'm sad to run. The year is calm and the sky is bright, step in the light. There's a moment when you start to feel, when you can't believe that this is real, that the world is so wonderful. There's a moment when you start to feel, when you can't believe that this is real, that the world is so amazing. It's wonderful, 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 wonderful.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the fabulous deep dive of, guess what? Our newest and most exciting product that is being launched on October 1st. Big snaps, drop in those snaps, drop in those hearts if you cannot wait to get the next best thing, our Liquid Luxe Shadow. So we are going to dive right in here. But first, I want to introduce somebody to you. This is our Director of Product Development. This is Hafa, and she is so absolutely wonderful. She's going to talk about all of those things, the ingredients. She's going to talk about how, like, what is the fabulous, what are the benefits of it? She's going to talk about the colors. She's going to talk about the blendability and all of those amazing things. Remember, this is a deep dive. We're not just going to gloss over things. We're going to give you the nitty gritty, so stick around. And this will also be available, of course, on this page for replay for the next 30 days. And it will also be located in the Learning Hub in the product training area underneath the Liquid Luxe Shadow. So, Hafa, hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hello.
So glad to be here. I'm very excited. Well, I'm wearing this for like months and I'm just excited everyone will be able to put their hands on this right now.
100%. We are so excited about it. So before we get started, I have to ask, out of all of these shades, what is on your eyeballs today? What are you wearing?
I have chocolate truffle today, and I was telling Jen this morning, it was just like every single life I say, well, my favorite is Foggy Nights, but I'm wearing a lot of chocolate truffle. I think now officially chocolate truffle is the favorite one because I just realized this. I have one on my makeup bag, I have one on my vanity at home, and I just found one on my desk. So I think it's my new favorite one is chocolate truffle. Well, it's like very fallish too, so I think this is the vibes.
Well, I have to tell you, my absolute favorite is Bronzed and Boujee. So
I love
this
that one.
one is the one that I love to wear the most. And what's really fun is that the three most popular favors in our early access, you know what I mean, have been Bronze and Boujee, Pinky Promise, as
Yes.
well as our Champagne Bubbles. So those have been the three that have been the most popular. And it doesn't surprise me because those people that had early access through Club 250 had an incredible masterclass with Tia for all languages, and she taught some serious elevated looks with that. So everybody fell in love with those. So yeah.
I want to see all the looks throughout Facebook. I want to connect tonight and see who else already like get it. and I'm excited to like be opening sales for everyone. October 1st is just around the corner. It's crazy that it's already October.
I know.
don't know if I
And
can
this
deal with
is
that.
if you're excited about it, type in the chat, say hello, drop some hearts, give some snaps, whatever you need to do. But who's excited that they actually are getting this product knowledge and this information a couple days before the launch? Who's
Yeah,
thrilled about that? Like, who is like, oh my gosh, you mean I get to know all the details a little bit before? I would
yeah.
love to see all of your comments about that. So I'm going to just hand it off to you, Hafa. And then I'll pipe in when we're talking about sales and content and all that kind of good
Okay.
stuff. But let's have you go with this, okay?
Awesome. Let me ask you something. I was not aware that we will have the chat. So like if we have the chat, can you guys drop like your favorite color if you already like bought it on the early access, if you guys are here from the Club 250? And if not, like the shade that you were excited. But also let me open this door. If you see all the shades that we are bringing, you are missing a shade, like, oh, I think you should launch like this kind of shade, drop it for me. This is the time. I'm here, my team is here, so it will be nice to understand what you guys are looking for. So let's start with the benefits. I think when we were designing this product, we you guys know, right? We have a liquid eyeshadow in the portfolio already, but we were seeing like what could we improve, right? One of the things, I travel a lot for work, and also, well, my family is back in Brazil, so I travel a lot as much as I can to see them. And when I was like putting my makeup bag, I was like, okay, so this is too big to fit on my makeup bag, right? So like how we can work on a product that is like more traveling friendly, right? Like I can pack more looks. So that's why we came up with this little guy here, that it's pretty easy. So like now I did like a quick trip a couple weeks ago, and I was able to take like 4 of this plus a palette and more things, and like try to do all the looks during the trip. And I feel like it's much easier to take this product right now. And it's small, but it's mighty, right? Like one drop goes like a long way. So you can do like a lot of looks. So it's just like really easy. So every time that we launch a new product here, Younique, we are trying to fix some pain points that we call, right? If it's the formula that is not like really blendable, or is the size that is too big or too small, we always try to fix some aspects of the product. And this one was a big one because we had a lot of people saying, well, we like it, but one, a little playtime that we call, right? Like when we are like trying to smudge and do like a different look. And the second is too big to take in our makeup bag. So like how you guys can make it better. And then we did other improvements that I'm going to talk to, like the applicator, that is my favorite. After the shades, because I'm really excited about the shades, I think the applicator is like the top feature that we are delivering on this product. But sizing was a big one. It was like, well, I would like to travel or to like be able to have on my makeup bag more options for looks. Like I go to work in the morning, and then I have something the night I want to do at the chap, but it was too big. So this is the first thing that we improve here, right? And then one of our pillars that we are talking the last year, I think, it's how to add skinification to color cosmetics, right? We all want to look amazing and beautiful and like have a flawless makeup, but how can we add some of the aspects that we love on skincare, right? We can add those to color cosmetics. So for this one, we added sodium hyaluronate and also vitamin E to really hydrate, protect, and really smooth, right? Because when you have like the lids and the under eyes are like the thinnest like skin parts that you have on our body, right? So we really need to give an extra love to these parts. And can you believe, like on a long lasting eyeshadow that like just start crackling, or like you feel that you are wearing something? So this is not nice, right? So this is why, the reason why we added the sodium hyaluronate, the vitamin E, to really keep that hydrated throughout the whole day. So I normally do my makeup like really early in the morning. I go the whole day in the office, and sometimes I have a dinner, like see my friends, I have a date night, and I'm still with, and I really don't realize that I have that. It's because really of these ingredients that make you don't feel that you have makeup. But it keep like when you take it off, you also don't feel that you were wearing makeup the whole day. So this is the one of the biggest aspects that we are trying to fix in all our products. You can wear that, but after you take it off, it's not that like your skin is like so damaged that you're like, wow, I should not be wearing that. It's really weightless wear, right? Like when, as we are seeing here, like we have more playtime with this formula. So when you buy the shades, when you get the shades, you're gonna see that like the matte shades, they're very smooth, right? So when you pull, you're gonna have like a lot of product. Some of the sparkling ones, you're gonna see that is a little bit, the formula is a little bit more dry because you have a lot of particles that is like the shimmer, right? So like just a tip here, just like work your product before, so when you take it out will be the same as the matte ones. This does not mean that those are dry to put your eyes. It's just because of the particles on the tube and how it sits on the tube. So just work a little bit, and then when you take it out, you're going to see a lot of product on your applicator. Just a tip to you to make sure that you have like a good experience with the product. Also, we do have a lot of claims. We talk about smudge free, all day confidence. Really, sometimes I get home and I was like, okay, let me wash my face. Like, wow, looks like I did my makeup like 2 hours ago. So it's really long lasting. You guys will see. One concern that I have, I love liners, right? Eyeliners. If you guys know me, if you guys saw me on like lives before, I'm always normally with eyeliners. And I was like, okay, so if with the applicator we can do this, let's see. And I was like doing this like the whole day. It was like, okay, this does not move. So it's not like sometimes you apply an eyeliner and you like do this and like you have like all the line goes. This does not happen because we really have like as much free. When it sets, but gives you a really enough time to blend. Some of the shades, for example, if we think, I'm going to talk about the shades later, but if we think about spice it up, is it the orange one, right? It's like, well, how am I going to wear that? If you do a fall look, for example, with chocolate truffle, you have enough time to blend it and to do the look. And then when it sets for the whole day. But if you were scared of some of the shades, this is the beauty of this line with these 8 shades that we are launching. You can mix and match and do like different looks. And I think Tia talked a lot about this, right? Mix and matching all the shades. So this is very interesting for this line. The top one that I'm talking to you about, I love the applicator. I think the way that we designed the applicator, that you have this part when you have like a lot of product and when you put on the line. So this line, I do a zoom in with my camera here. The liner that I did this morning, I didn't use any brush. It's only the applicator. And some people here in the corpus are like, oh, I doubt you were using an applicator. You're not telling us. But I showed them real time that I only use the applicator. So the beauty of this product is like easier to carry, has a skinification, has some good for you ingredients, and has an applicator that you can go for a simple eyeline look to a full look, combining 2-3 different shadows, right? And giving you enough playtime. And when it sets, it sets. So I do think it's a really like 3 pillars that we are talking here, right? Like the applicator, the blendability, and also the skin loving ingredients that are perfect to tell to your customer like why this product is so good and why this product, like how we can differentiate from the market. We do have a lot of liquid eyeshadows right there. We never, if you guys see, send my way. We never saw this kind of applicator. We always see like a bigger doe foot, like really for the application as an eyeshadow, but never like a 2-in-1, something that is very versatile to you to wear and to sell to your MOODSTRUCK girls, but also to your Barrio girls, right? I really love makeup. I have makeup every day, but I don't love full looks every day. So I really think that this one, besides being MOODSTRUCK, that I know that Jen will talk a little bit more about personas, I think you can have like a very subtle looks, but a pop of color on your eyes. And it's pretty. The colors, I'm going to talk about the colors later. I want to show you the colors because like if you didn't see the colors, I think you are just like seeing my mouth saying things. Let's go to the colors later. Let's talk about the claims a little bit on the next slide.
Let me interrupt you really quick because there's a question that people are asking. So
okay.
can you go over really quick what we were just talking about? You said with the shimmery ones, they can get stuck a little bit, like the particles you said get stuck on the side. So you're really recommending that you have to like twist it, right? So could you go over that just a little bit? They're asking a little bit more about that. They
Yeah,
think it's
so
dry, right? And is something wrong with it? And I'm like, no,
no,
nothing.
there's nothing wrong with that. So we just realized, like when we were producing, we saw that to get that really big shimmer, we have to have a lot of sparkling, a lot of particles inside of the product, right? So when you do this, we see that like the matte ones come like a lot of product one way. I don't need to do anything. But the other ones, I unfortunately don't have those ones on my desk right now. So what I would just recommend you, like, and if you don't every day, like also the product will just like sit on the bottle, right? So just like open the lid and just like do this, and the product will just emulsify and it's ready to wear. It's just a tip because we saw like some of the products that we always receive samples before, right? So we receive samples. I think I'm testing this for the last like 9 months or more. So some of the products that we were not using every day, we saw they were like just sitting on the tube. So we needed some love. So we realized that, like, if you do this, you just emulsify the formula and it comes out like ready to go. Does that help, Jen?
Yes, that totally helps. That was fantastic. Thank you.
Awesome. So we have amazing claims for that. So we always do for every single product, we do at least one consumer study, right? So like the consumer claims is really to help you to sell your customer well. It's not just me they're saying this. It's not just the corporate saying this. We really had a study. We normally have 50 or plus people on this study. They don't know the brand. So this is important. I don't know if I talked about this before. All the consumer studies is independent. So we do with a lab, with a laboratory, and they don't know that it's Younique. They don't know what it is. They only know that it is a liquid eyeshadow that you can use as liquid eyeshadow and as a liner. They don't know who produced, they don't know the brand, they don't know anything. So on this study, 97% said that liquid Luxe eyeshadows feels lightweight on the lids with vibrant color that morning to night. So when I say that it's long lasting, it's not it's not my team, it's not the corporate. We really have an independent study saying that, right? Other two that we feel that is very important for this kind of product is 97% agree that it's easy to achieve a blended look. When you have like a liquid eyeshadow, you want to blend, you want to do like a different look with different shadows. So it's really the blendability is very important. And on this, 97% also looks funny because all the three are 97%, but it's 97%. I got the full report and it's 97 for everything. It's really high number. We normally get things around 80%, and this one was a really good result. And the third one is really applies effortlessly, right? It's comfortable on the lids. I had one comment, it's funny. I have a friend, a guy friend, and he was like, it must be so uncomfortable to wear makeup, like feeling that like sitting on your skin every day. I was like, it's not how that works. We should not really feel that we are wearing makeup, right? Should feel like so lightweight. You don't even remember that like you have makeup on. And this one, we do have independent studies saying that really it's so comfortable, we really don't feel that sitting on your eyelid. So very happy and proud of the team for delivering this product to you. And then the key features, right? I think I talk about everything, but I'm going to go again. So I think the seamless blendability, really, you saw on the masterclass with Tia. You can blend, you can combine shades. This is a really nice formula for that. The applicator, my favorite, really the precision. You can see here, like I really do this eyeliner, I think, every day. And I don't take more than like 10, 15 minutes with my makeup. I don't have the patience. I know what I like and I have the products there. So the eyeliner needs to be super easy. If it's not, I'm not doing twice. And I think I'm wearing this as an eyeliner like for weeks straight. So really it was redesigned to really help you with the eyeliner, and also really easy to apply for a full look. Long wearing, smudge resistant. We have the claims, we have how to support all those claims to you, to your customers. And again, delivering the skin loving ingredients, I think it's very important for the company. And this is one thing that I always say to my team: if we don't have how to prove, if we don't have those three ingredients, or depending on the products, we have 2 to 3, we are not launching it. We tested several other formulations that were nice, were good pricing too, but was not delivering what we needed as skinification differentiation. So we never approve something that we cannot help you to sell to your customers. So this one have like a really nice blend of ingredients that will make your eyelids super comfortable throughout the day and not feeling dry after you remove your makeup. And the colors that I want to talk more later when I show all the colors to you, because they are like amazing. On this blend of ingredients, so when you talk to your customer, when you are doing your lives, we have two main ingredients, right? The sodium, so hard to me to say this word, sodium hyaluronate. My accent comes when I'm talking about this. So like this one is what provides intense hydration to help the lids smooth and comfortable. So when you see sodium hyaluronate on other color cosmetics, this is what is helping. It's helping to really feel comfortable on your, right? And you see this in a lot of skincare products. Vitamin E, well, when we say vitamins, I'm interested, right? Because like we lack a lot of vitamins like throughout like our different parts of our life. And when you were putting that on your eyes, on your face, it's interesting to have that kind of benefit, right? The vitamin E really is antioxidant. Everything that's antioxidant, I'm sold. You can just sell that to me. And really helps to maintain what we say here, the healthy looking skin, right? If you are applying those products there, sometimes they're like too cheap, or they are like too just color cosmetics without any other benefit. You see, normally when you wear, you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but really the thing when you take it off, like when you wash off the like in the end of your day, you feel that your skin is like so tight and dry, like normal, like on the lips or like sometimes on the lids too. End of the day, you just want to take that off. And the vitamin E here like really helps your skin to look good throughout the whole day. So these were the two good ingredients, good for you, good for your skin ingredients that we could add to this formulation without losing any of the benefit and any of the experience. Sometimes we try to add some stuff and it's like, well, but then you don't have coverage, but then you don't have this. For this situation, we could combine two really good for you ingredients, good for your skin, but also with the performance that we are looking for. So we are not changing the performance to add those ingredients for you, but it's interesting for us is one of the main pillars is the full experience, right? You are just not buying a beautiful color, you are buying an experience, and we want to make sure that you feel comfortable with that product. So really happy about the ingredient list that we have here. Okay, so do you want to jump in on that?
Absolutely. So I make it. And so big snaps for Hoffa, all that information. Her and her team are amazing because and I will go over this and then we'll have you go over the colors and everything like
Okay,
that.
awesome.
Let's talk about some of these fabulous things right here. So this is the ear that I want you to listen with, right? So this is the seller's ear, right? This is your content ear. This is my business ear, right? So everything that Hoffa just explained to you, I want you to go back and rewatch this, or on the first, you can pull up all of these slides, and I want you really to dissect what she said. So when she's talking those ingredients, when she's talking about those pain points, when she's talking about those things, those are points that you can pick 3 things to talk to your audience okay, about. So think about this. Who are the people that are going to love this product? That's your marketing, right? This is who you're speaking to. So you can start a live or you can start a conversation with like, I'm looking for beauty lovers who are looking for hydration. I'm looking for somebody who is like, who loves high performance in just one easy swipe. This is why it's on here. This is so that you can go out there and that you're having that conversation and you're seeking those people out. All right. All of these things can be turned into a question. Become that question queen, right? And ask it and create it into a hook. So also the next question, who else is going to love it? Right? So you're asking who here is skincare conscious, like a makeup wearer that wants their skincare. Yeah, Hoffa's raising her hand. She's like, me. You know, I mean, who wants their makeup to actually have skincare ingredients in it? So I know nothing that I'm putting on my lids is going to make me age quicker. Right? You know what I mean? It's like, Those are the questions. Those are people that you're going to love it. Now, where are my color enthusiasts, right? So where are those people? No matter what kind of color enthusiast are you? Are you one that likes the soft neutrals, or are you somebody that likes bold statements? Who are you, right? You know what I mean? So today, if you are a neutral person, I'm the person you want to watch what I've got to show you. Who are my people that want to Boujee? See, like right here, you guys, this is 4 different questions, 4 different hooks, 4 different things. These are people that are looking for. Now, I want to talk to you about something. So problems it solves. So let's talk about this. Creasing, right? Who's looking for, who doesn't want their eyeshadow to crease? Who doesn't want it fading? Who needs where's a nurse in my life that needs their makeup to last all day? Where are my teachers in their lives? Where are the people that are in places that work out in gyms and want their makeup to stay, you know what I mean, with no smudging, no any of that, right? So those are some of the things. Also, what about the questions of like, where are my busy people? Where are like my moms on the go that want a quick swipe and go, right? You know what I mean? Who is like one of those people that you're like, I don't got time for a 10-minute makeover. You know, I mean, I'm doing it in the car. I need to go, right? So these are the questions that you ask. Now, this is what's key. I'm going to give you a little tip right now. I'm going to give you a tip. When you are talking, number one, I am Miss Positivity. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm an optimist. I live in the optimist world. I live through joy. This is how I am. So I speak all the time in my normal life to say, you know, I mean, who wants a crease-free, fade-free, smudging-free product, right? Now, 50% of your audience is going to hear that. The other 50% is not. Okay, even though I am not a person who talks in negatives, something that I would say is like, have you ever had an issue where you've got those creases at the end of the day and you hate it, or you're looking in the mirror and your makeup is totally faded, right? You know what I mean? So you've got 50% that is going to hear that positive talk, and you've got 50% that it needs to hear the negative talk so that it piques their interest. So switch that up. Okay, so when you're talking about that, so those are the same kind of things. Who's too busy for makeup? Who doesn't have time for makeup? Or are you looking for a product that is like really versatile? You know, I mean, you like it to do all in one things. Remember, you're always talking to 2 different types of people. All right, Hafa. So you want to talk about how we can really dive in and use it?
Yes, I can do that. So first we need always to prep, right? So we start with a clean, dry eyelids. You can use, if you have some primer that you like to use. Some people use concealer as a primer. Like we do, we don't have one primer right now on our portfolio, but you can use one if you need. I don't think you're gonna need with this product, but it's your preference, right? Then apply the color, right? So if you are doing a look like an eyeshadow look, so when you pull the product out, you're gonna see that it comes, let me see if I can show you, it comes a lot of product here, right? So you just like will apply. And some cases, I saw some people doing some looks just with the applicator when it's talking about eyeshadows, but if not, we have some like brushes that like can help you, like depending on the look that you want to do. Then you blend it, set. When it sets, set. It's set for the whole day. So the tip that I give, because I know that a lot of you are not makeup artists. I am not a makeup artist. I know a lot of makeup, but I'm not a makeup artist. So what I see best when I'm doing a look, I do one eye and then I do the other eye. So you have the time to blend, and then you have the time to blend on the other one. If you feel comfortable and you know what you were doing. My internet is pretty bad today in the office. I hope I'm not frozen to anyone because it just froze it for me.
You're totally fine.
Okay, so the tip is, if it's someone that is really not super savvy on makeup, I would do one eye and then the other eye, because as I said, you have the playtime, but when it sets, it sets. So I would do one eye and then the other eye, so you have more time for blendability and your look goes the way that you want. And then if you want just an eyeliner, it's just like with the side of the applicator. So this is the top and this is the side of the applicator. What I normally do, they call me here the expert on liners because I really like it. So I clean up the brush a little bit, as you see. And then it will be a little like, looks like you don't have product, but you do have product. And then what I do is from the out and in, the out and in, There are people that like to do the other way around. There is no wrong thing with makeup. Like, let's have fun, because we are talking about makeup. We're talking about we're beautiful and the way we would like to see ourselves. So what I do, I come here and I just do the inclination that I want, and I just swipe, and then do the same thing on the other side, and I just swipe. And I am not lying. This is what I did this morning. It's like 2 strokes and I had the line. I didn't use any brush here, but you can use, we have a brush liner that like also can be used for that. The other day I was playing with the colors, and I did like a double eyeliner. So I did like, we spice it up. That is the orange one. And I did then the chocolate truffle on top. So like when you look, you see like 2 eyeliners that I really like that look too. And you can use the brush. If not, you're gonna see that you can use only the brush that we developed for you guys. So that's easy.
I love it. So there's so much play. I love that you're talking about playing with makeup. That's the whole point, right, Hava? So
Yes.
here's what's super exciting. So we just went over how to use it, and I'm so excited to share with you that on the 1st of October, you are going to want to go to the Learning Hub. And when you go to the Learning Hub, you're going to want to go down to the section that says product training. And in the learning, in the Liquid Luxe, in the Learning Hub, like all the L's, right? With Liquid Luxe, the liquid shadow, there are going to be tutorials, makeup tutorials, where you are going to see the colors used and how to do it, so that if you, whether you're a beginner or an advanced, you are going to be able to go in there, watch those videos. You can even download them. But I want to share with you how to use those to your best for selling. So when you go there, you don't just want to give them away and post them on your wall just because you're like, I'm going to teach them. You want to learn from those videos, apply it yourself. Once you apply it yourself, then guess what? Then when people are interested and you've done that hook and you've done that call to action and you've done those things, then you have those videos in your back pocket, and you're like, anybody that messages me, hey, you know, I mean, I'm interested, Liquid, Luxe. Then you're going to take those videos and then you can share it with them. You could share those and be a part of my exclusive masterclass where I'm going to teach you basic looks with these things. These are tools for you to help you sell. Don't just blow them out there and think that you're going to get a sale by showing them. You want to bring them in and then tease them with that. So then you're having a conversation with them. So, and we're showing all of the colors. So, okay, Hafa.
Let's talk about shades. Let's talk together, Jen, because I think you have all the shades on your hand. I didn't have time to pull all the shades here, but okay. So first, we know the bestsellers. Jen said the bestsellers during the early access for Club 50, but really don't feel intimidated for some of the shades, because we were asked to bring more bold shades, and like that's why we have Spice It Up here. We have like a beautiful blue, the Foggy Nights, even like a darker like brown, that is the chocolate truffle. And you're gonna see like when you do a look, when you blend, when you use like 2 shadows, you can have like, you can achieve so many looks, and like really subtle looks. They're like, oh my gosh, it's an orange, it's like a burnt orange eyeshadow. I just invite you guys to try, because before we launch, before we decided all the shades, of course, we understand all the feedbacks and all the like the message that you guys sent to us asking for shades, but we test, right? So we tested here in the corporate, and it was super fun, like to see the people's like, I cannot pull it off. I cannot wear an orange, or I cannot wear like these combinations. And we saw really so many like beautiful looks with shades that people never thought they could pull it off, right? So pull it off. So I think you guys should try. Don't feel intimidated by the shades, because this is what I said and what Jen said. Makeup is to play with, right? So like just play a little bit and see that you can wear those shades. Okay. Also, we do have the shades here on one skin tone, and this really changes. Like when we talk about champagne bubbles, when we talk about Mauvelous Moment, our product developer here for this on my team, she has like a very fair complexion, right? So when we were approving shades and looking for shades, the shade on her hand and on my hand that I'm like more tan, or like I have olive undertone, is completely different. So just play with the shades that you'd like. And I think it's good also. We're going to have a lot of assets showing on other skin tones because you can achieve different looks depending on your skin tone. And I think this is the beauty of makeup, is different for everyone. And it's really what makes you feel good, right? So we have 8 shades that we are launching tomorrow. Tomorrow, no, is it tomorrow? No, it's a Wednesday. Today is Monday. Oh my gosh, this week is going too fast for me. I had too many meetings this morning. It's on Wednesday, October 1st, that we are launching all 8 shades. The first one, Bronzed Boujee, that looks like it's Jen's favorite, right? Is a shimmery deep bronze. I don't remember to have a shade like this in the company in the last couple of years. So I think it's a really new news for everyone. I love as an liner too, as an eyeliner lover, but I do feel like this one looks much better when we use as a liquid eyeshadow. I like as a liner, but I think as liquid eyeshadow really pops on your eyes. Then we have Champagne Bubbles. That is a shimmery golden champagne. This is a staple, right, Jen? I would say that like this one is really a staple. Goes well with like every single skin tone, and is nice to blend with like all the other shades. It's nice to just give you like a topper, like a little bit of like shimmer for your makeup. So this is a staple. I think everyone should have that one. Chocolate Truffle, my new favorite. That my team say like your favorite is not Foggy Nights anymore. It's Chocolate Truffle, but I think it's the season. I think the season is just making me go more for the chocolate truffle. Is a matte chocolate brown, and chocolate brown is the color of the year, right? Like based on like what we have there. So that's why we are bringing this one. And I
Yeah.
think I love browns.
I have to say that, I mean, everybody should absolutely know that if you go and you research what the color of 2026 are, it's blues and greens, you guys. So be ready to embrace your blues and greens. Those are the colors of the year.
Well, blue is our next one. That was my favorite when we launched on stage at convention. I was wearing a liner again, a Foggy Nights, because it's like we call it charcoal blue, and I just feel like it's really like a sky night. It's just like it's such a beautiful blue, and goes well with chocolate truffle. Goes well, even with spice it up. I saw one of the looks here in the corporate when we were testing. One girl did this, and I was like, oh, I can do that. I really like that. So Foggy Nights is a beautiful blue that we're bringing to core. Then we have Frosted Sand. That also Frosted Sand and Champagne Bubbles. I would say like two staples. Is another shimmery. Is like more cool nude. And yeah, I just think that a staple you can use like as like a little bit of a topper on the chocolate truffle, or as a liner, or like just like in the corner of your eyes, or like in the middle. It's just beautiful color. Mauvelous Moment. I love this name. Mauvelous Moment is like a matte mauve plum. And it looks really different from skin tone to skin tone, but it looks beautiful on every single skin tone. I think if you were like more fair skin tone, will be a little bit more bold on your eyelid. If you have a more dark and deep skin tone, will be like more neutral. But it's beautiful matte. And also you can use. I saw some people using as like not as a primer, but like just like as to start your canvas, like to start your makeup. A lot of people put that like on the bottom. Pinky Promise, a shimmery dusty rose. Beautiful, beautiful shimmer too. I really like the shade, and I think complements any other shades. And then spice it up, the matte burnt orange, that we never had that one before. And we feel that like some people were asking, and I'm impressed with the looks that I saw with that one. The first time that I saw it was like, should we have this as core, like as an ongoing product, right? But really, I saw so many looks like blending and as a liner and this and that. It was like, okay, I think we are ready. We should also have some bold colors for the bold Moodstruck girls that we have out there. And yeah, I'm excited to see the looks that you guys make with all of this. And I want to get to know my eyeliner people out there.
I know, right? So there is a question there. People are asking, are these our core shades? I mean, so are these core shades? Are there any of these that are limited? That's one of the questions that they're asking.
No, these 8 shades are core. and we may have some other things coming up. I don't know.
I
Don't
wonder.
confirm and I don't deny.
I love that. So I put them on the back of my hand so that everybody, I mean, I know I'm just as fair as many of these people here, but so that you can get a little visual of those colors. This is bronzed and bougie, and then it goes down the line and all the way to spice it up. So I love them, and so much so like Hoffa does them as a liner. I've only done that a couple times where I'm more of the person that starts here and then fades out with just one color. And so then I use it as a blend, right? So this is bronzed and bougie, which is, like I said, my favorite, but I have done the liner in Foggy Nights. I've done the liner in Chocolate Truffle. And I went to a wedding not this Friday, but the Friday before, and I used bronze and bougie. I used frosted sand, and I used chocolate truffle. And I'm telling you, it was beautiful. It was perfect. It was classic. It was elevated. It was so yummy. The thing I also love is that spice it up. I want people not to be so scared about that also, Hoffa, because this orange is so good with blue eyes. It's wonderful with
That's true.
brown eyes. It's wonderful with all different skin tones. So don't be scared of spice it up. I cannot wait to see what you've created, I mean, with this spice it up, especially like now's the time if you're a little scared, that you're like, I'm scared of orange, but guess what? I want you to try it this season. This is fall.
Yeah,
This is
this
the
is the
perfect
season.
time to give it a go.
And Jen, do you see on your hands like how buildable it is right now? Because
Yes.
you see like the shades that we are showing on this slide is like it's just like blended, right? So this on her hand, you see that like if you put more, you have like a more bold color, right?
Yep.
I saw this like because when I saw Foggy Nights on a lid, a full lid, I was like, oh, nice light blue. And then when I did the eyeliner, like I really put more product, like, oh, is a deeper blue. So you can really, if you do, you want to like a more dramatic, or if you just want to like love more color, you want to like pop your eyes like better. It's very beautiful too.
Exactly. So you can make this as, I don't want to say translucent because they're not translucent, but you can
Yeah,
make it as soft, you know what I mean, and
soft. Yeah,
faded, or you can make it bold and strong and
exactly.
deep. So it's that playable, and play with it. Add an extra layer, do all the things, use your cream shadow brush, use your fluffy brush, you know what I mean, to blend that out. Have fun with it.
Have fun. It's makeup. We should have fun.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so now let's talk about knowing your customers, right? So let's go right back to when we were at convention and we were talking about who is your audience, right? So who are you talking to? So you decide before you go live, before you do your stories, before you're talking to someone that day, like we said, you have all of those questions that you could totally have a conversation with, but then decide, okay, if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to talk to the positive to people today, I'm going to talk to the positive people, and I'm going to specifically talk to that mood struck persona. Who is that mood struck persona? That person is like bold, playful, colored, packed full of colors. You know what I mean? So all of those things, like who are those people that are wanting to do that? I just saw a name on here that I know that it like that they're, oh, Aline and Becky, you guys are like really excited about those bold products, right? So they're talking to you. So who are those people that love that? They see it as an art, they see it as performance, they want that high pigment, that drama, right? So turn those questions around and focus on those people. Yes, you're not talking to the bare you people today. You're talking to these people today. Now, tomorrow, the next day, who are you focusing on? Let's talk to the bare you persona. You're talking to those people that want to have the minimalists, right? Those easygoing beauties, those ones that want their makeup to be not their life. They want it to be a simple part of their life, right? Where our mood strucks are like, no, this is who I am. This is who I'm showing up today. Is it matching my shirt? Is it matching my shoes? Do I have all the things? Do I have several different layers? But you're talking to your bare you, right? So you're like, okay, I have customers out there So when I was in the field, I used to live in Colorado, and in Colorado, you basically people wore their jeans, their fleece shirt, their hiking boots, and here I was, a girl from LA, and I would go do at-home parties, and I would show up from head to toe in leopard with, and at the time it was smoky green eyes, you know what I mean? And like they were like, whoa, and I was like, I promise you. I was like, if this is not your persona, no worries. I will help you do what you want to do. They want clean, they want value, they want gentle, they want skinification. So be mindful on who you're talking to. So are you talking to your Moodstruck persona? Is that the avatar? Or are you talking to your bare you? So each one of those questions that you're talking about, no smudging, no fading, who are you talking to? Are you talking to the Moodstruck person? Or are you talking to the bare you person? That is two different days, two different contents, okay, that you can go through. Have a great time with these, write them down, create scripts or guided conversations with them. Now let's talk about let's talk about how to sell to these people, right? So it's like these people, you're going to want to, these are, each one of these can be a different content, right? You know what I mean? Each one of these. So you're going to talk about those different things, position those colors, you know what I mean? You can do spice it up and foggy nights, you know what I mean? To do one bold look. You can also do like that, how to do a demo, just like Hoffa was showing, from going outside in, you know what I mean? Show people that. She just gave you a great tip to go live on and say, you don't even have never had to do it before, and say, I just saw somebody do it like this and I've never done it. So it might look like mess, but who cares? I promise you that will get more looks that you're playing and having fun with your audience than it is like you being perfect, right? So encourage that mixing and layering, show all those different things. You can do it on TikTok. You know what I mean? It's like from coffee runs, like I said, to concepts, really like me show you what my full day is. Do before and afters. This is right after I did my makeup, and then this is me at the end of the day, right? You know what I mean? So that that person will do, I'm going to go from a day to night. I'm going to wear this simple, and now I'm going to spice it up and I'm going to add a little bit more, right? So those are great ways to sell. Now, of course, you always want to have that conversation to start with a hook, which is a question. Start with that question, right? Don't ever start a conversation without starting it with a question, right? The next step is then when you're finishing it, no matter how you finish your live, no matter how you finish your post, it always also needs to end with a question, because you need them thinking about you and you want them having that conversation. So let's talk about the bare you persona, how to sell to them, right? Promote that simplicity, promote that ease, that one product in seconds, that skin loving products. Talk about those neutrals and those simple one step things that they're going to look from nothing to elevated in 2 seconds. Talk about like how light it feels and how feathery it feels, and it's never heavy or cakey or creasy. And then basically upsell that with a lip balm or an all-in-one stick, you know, create that whole persona for that really simple look. Do you have anything to add, Hoffa, about all of that? You know, any other tips or tricks that you can think of? Pipe up.
No, I think you did a great job, Jen.
Okay.
Like I love makeup, but I am a berry you. I feel like I'm more a berry you than other thing, but I love a pop of color. I love blushes. I think that you can really understand your customers, and you can tailor what you are like showing them. But also, as I said, I think makeup, we have to play, we have to have fun. So sometimes you can, well, I don't know if she will be up to spice it up, or if she will be up for like a full look. But I think just offer and show her like the options that she has. I think this is like a really good start.
If you're only, and it's okay to only look, if you're like, I only want to sell to Bare You people, then that's okay. You can, you do you, boo. You know what I mean? It's like, if you only want to do drama, high drama, that's okay
Yes.
too. But one of the fun things to me is like showing that versatility, right? Showing that commonality, you know what I mean? And it's like, and allowing people to do and be who they are. I think it's a wonderful thing. So
Yeah.
here are some ideas for you, okay? For your social selling in October. Because number one, you want to make sure that you earn your Club 250. You want to earn your status, right? So you want to make sure that you are in Club 250 in the month of October. And because guess what? there might be some little perks, along the way that's going to be right before Black Friday or Monday. You never know, right? So let's talk about those different things. Where you can do a 5-day eyeshadow boot camp, right? Whether that's in stories, whether that's a special group, whether that's in WhatsApp, whether that's in texting, whether that's in Messenger, it's totally up to do. Do a mini challenge. You can do an eye color poll. What I mean by that is like basically one of the best things is to pull up from Chat GPT or pull up a color wheel and basically say, there's charts with eyeball colors, right? You know what I mean? One of the best things I ever did was I did a chart with eyeball colors and I said, pick what eyeball color you are, right? Are you blue? Are you green? Are you this kind of blue? Are you that kind of blue? And let me create a little palette for you, and you could grab 3 colors for them very simply and say, these, if you have green eyes, guess what? I want you to have Pinky Promise. I want you to have Marvelous, and I want you to have champagne truffles. I mean not champagne truffle, chocolate truffle. If you have blue eyes, I want you to have spice it up, and I want you to do you want a bold. So you can do a total color poll, like match people, give them that personalized thing. Do a series of class. If you have green eyes, this is what I recommend. If you have blue eyes, if you have brown eyes, if you have dark skin, if you have light skin. Also, you can do a full thing on autumn, right? What does it look like? Every look. This is wear an autumn look. I'm going to wear my olive green today. I'm going to wear this burnt red that I'm wearing. Whatever it is, I mean, show them those different looks that you can do with them. Be a matchmaker, right? You know what I mean? Do a live and have it be a full-on question and answer, right? Do it back and forth. Your story flow, you can have some 10-second swipe and demos. Guess what, you guys? Because today's free gift just started, right? And so if you go to my stories, you're going to see that I did a little tease on how to use that free gift. And then I linked it so that it would go to my Instagram so that people could see that Instagram carousel. There's a method to the madness. Okay. So 60 seconds, 2 shade quick reels, good, better, best bundles, referrals. Get your friends to share it with other people. Say they'll be you're going to be in their VIP group and they might win a little prize. You never know. Right. You know what I mean? Some options like 1 swipe, 2 swipes. And you always want to say DM close, right? You know what I mean? So if you want both, I can put it all in a cart for you and using the free gift. Those bundles are going to be amazing for you, right? So do that UGC push with your teams, right? You know what I mean? See what kind of content that you as teams can create. Tag, selfie tag with your teams. How can you use this to sponsor more people? Right? How are you going to use that to sponsor more people to your organization? So you're going to want to track the shades, see who sent, all those kind of things. And most of all, you want to end with those call of action items, say eyes, say duo, say boot camp. Posting is not going to work unless you have conversations on the side to have, to finish and ask for the sale. You could wear a really cute outfit to a party and you could be standing in the middle of the room and you're going to get lots of compliments and you're like, I'm in the center, I'm asking for compliments. But guess what? If you're wearing that really cute outfit and you're standing off to the corner in the back corner of the room and you're in the dark, nobody's going to see that cute outfit. So get out there and have those conversations, right? So you can do this and have a really good time. Oh my goodness, Hafa, 100% do I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Is there anything you want to add?
No, thank you for having me, and I'm excited for October 1st. I just really I was seeing some comments here on Facebook that you guys are sending like spice it up is my favorite, this and that. So I'm just very excited. Thank you. Thank you for having me here, Jen.
And like we said, Hafo, like she said, if there are other colors that you're like, ooh, I would really love this, here's your opportunity. Drop it in the chat. We want to know what colors that do you want, Like for those of you that are old school or have been here a while, like I'm like, you remember the color Victorious in Cream Shadow? That was like a great matte thing for my color skin, right? But if you want, if there's other colors you want, then Hafa and her team, who's amazing, want to know. So share it with us. All right, you guys?
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Bye, everybody.